All right. Here's the hooked up version again. We're hooked up again. So Jessica's now emailing me. I'm going to tell her I'm firing her. I did. They are in. Okay. Here's what I want to really impress upon anybody that's coming in today. And I'm so glad you guys got back on. So we did a series of warming up, and I did it here at the chair, but I did a warm up to get these firing. Okay. And just very quickly, this rocking back and forth, see this? Do not round your back. That's what you don't want to do. But you do want to rock and roll on your toes and your heels. See that? And every time I come into here, I drop my shoulders. And I get all my muscles starting to load. A gentle body load of firing. So we did a lot of that. Then we did a step through, right? We did a step through and we held right here. See all of these muscles. And for people with joints replaced, we're so afraid sometimes to do real work on these muscles around the joint that's replaced. I'm telling you, this move right here, this is my hip replaced, this is my knee replaced. Whenever I press forward, you see, and I get these to hang on, and then I work with my upper body just a bit, you know, I still keep my toe connected over here, okay? So I don't want to turn this into a big balance move, even though it is, because I'm split stance. But this right here, see, is really getting these working. Even though I have a hip replaced and a knee replaced and feet problems. This is our goal, to be upright, to be independent, to be walking, right? Doing things, lifting things, carrying things, doing all the things we need to, right? So take the other leg, act like you're going to take a step, but then you don't. See that? So I'm just kind of recapping what we did when we got frozen in our technology world, which is pretty non-existent in some places down here. Just the way it is. Okay, see here? See here? These are firing. See, I would fall on my nose if I pulled this leg on through, right? So these are firing to keep me from doing that. So this is a very good kind of a loading warm up, all right? Take a big breath. Then I went and I put my leg right here. Now, going straight from something like that to, in fact, hip hinging, rib up, rib cage up, lift. Don't try to go all the way up onto the chair. I'm warning you. If you do, make sure you're doing this with your hand on a wall or on a paddle wall. See? Shift, rib cage up, stay low. See that? Okay, this is very valuable. And if you could do, yes, 3 sets of 10 or 30, or just to do a minute to 2 of this kind of shifting, lifting, holding. See that? Shift, lift, hold. Okay? Shift, lift, hold. Okay? Now I'm using the lower rung. All right? Oh, I hope everybody's okay. Take a breath. Now shift. I'm going to go to the higher chair height. It's a normal sit down chair height. I think it's about 18 inches. Shift. See that? Lift. Don't be surprised if when you go to the higher lift height for your leg, it will throw you. Okay? And if you need to ask somebody about this, why in the world does she want us to go low or have something in our hand? Ask Kay. Shift, sorry, Kay, and lift. I want you to get so good at this kind of a maneuver before you ever think about carrying. Okay, because right now, to do this move, you have to be fully, everything working together to do this kind of a shifting. The knee is bent, the hip is hinged, the rib cage is up. I'm breathing through my nose. And when I take my leg all the way up here, and this is my knee replacement, okay, it's much tighter than the other one. And I'm gonna hang out here for just a second. Then I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna go to the toe. I'm either gonna go to the lower rung or to the higher, whichever I feel I can do smoothly, okay? So if I'm telling you as far as homework goes, if you could just do this from 1 minute to 3 minutes, this kind of a rotational, tight, ribcage up, and stay smooth with your movements, shifting, come up here, you can rotate here, you can rotate here. That will really help to bring in a little complexity. I don't want a lot of side-to-side motion right now, but I want to engage because you're doing things a lot of times that will get you off balance. So what I'm trying to get you to do is that if I gave you 2 things for homework to really get good at, if you have multiple joints replaced and or back issues and or osteoporosis, and you know you're supposed to do strength work, but you're kind of scared and you don't know quite what to do, okay, you're using your own body weight, you are shifting, you are trying to smooth out your movements. And when you have a joint replaced, your movements get jerky. And some of you who have this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So when you're trying to do stuff that you used to do all the time, very smoothly, you now no longer can do. So I'm telling you, this is a way to get that smoothness back in your movement patterning. And it's a simple shifting, shifting, lifting. See that? Shifting, shifting, lifting. And when you go to lift, if you're coming up pretty high, some of you are going to be wanting to lock your joints. And I'm telling you, do not lock your joints. Okay? Keep them soft. See, I'm rotating, rotating, rotating. And it's going to take some patience. And you've got to stay with that kind of a rotational move. See, I'm doing it without a chair. So I'm saying get really good at doing that. Okay, last move before we start doing our carries, and then I'm going to do some abbreviation carries because we lost some time in this class. However, if you just will learn with a chair, a bench, anything to do what we just did, and then this simple little motions. You see this? I'm still shifting, but I'm bringing my heel to my hip, so to speak. Shift, ribcage up, heel to hip. See that? Don't pull it in super tight. And you might need your chair right here in front of you. See, I could turn this around. So if I was just had a new hip or a new knee or whatever, I'd have this here just to help me stand up straight. Pull, pull, pull. I'm going through all hip loading. I am going through knee action, joint action, foot action. It's a point flex, point flex. See that? Shift, point flex, point flex. Bring that leg back far enough so that you feel these start to fire or stretch, I should say. They're going to be doing both. They're going to be firing and stretching. See that? Yeah. So you've not only woke up all your lower body, but your upper body as well. Now, here I have my weights. And what I'm going to do, since we've taken a long time and we got warmed up pretty well, I'm going to do a different kind of a work. So I've done a lot of bending, moving, joint action. I have 2 sets of changeable weights here. The highest weight on any hand is 18 pounds, okay? So what I'm going to do is take both my hands, push my butt back. I'm going to grab one 18-pounder, and I'm going to come right here. See that? So we're going to do a version of a loaded carry. And see, I just interlace my fingers like this, and I bring it right down here like this, and I put my elbows on my knees, right there on my knees. Okay, at this point, I'm going to tighten in my tummy and drop my shoulders. I'm going to go down and tap the ground. I'm going to bring this right up under my chin. See that? When I come up here, I'm just pressing. See? Pressing into my feet. Here I go. Pull. Keep my elbows in. Bring it back down. Here we go. Pull. Bring it back in right here under the chin. Back down. Tap. Heels. Right there. Come all the way back down. Tap. Here we go. Right under the chin. See, now I'll turn to the side so you see what I'm doing. Breath. Hold. Keep the elbows in. I go from my toes to my heels. Now I'm in my heels. Take a big breath right now. And exhale. Just come up. Breathing in. Right there. Tap. Heels. Exhale. Right there. Try to use your nose to inhale, exhale as much as you can. See, I'm right there. Breath. And come right back here again. Okay, now hang on there. Now don't go all the way down. I want you to come to one side, one leg, bring it back up, bring it to one leg. So we're doing, in effect, a high hip hinge. Drop your shoulders. Here we go. Right here, right there. High hip hinge, rib cage up. Right there. Right there. Big breath. Exhale. Right there. Big breath. Exhale. Right there. Okay? Now I'm just going to come right here, and I'm going to take a big breath, and I'm going to go straight down, and then I'm going to turn. I'm going to put this right at my toe. Then I'm going to release and come up and open wide. See that? Now, in order to pick that weight up, it's in front of my foot, right? I'm going to come in. I'm going to go down in the neutral column. See? Once I get down there, I'm going to tighten in my tummy. Now I'm going to turn, and I'm going to pick up this weight. See that? And I'm going to bring it right here. I'm going to come to neutral, take a big breath. This is kind of an important way to lift. And bring it up. Boom. See that? Okay, stay with me. Stay in the column. You're right here at your thighs. Okay? Put that weight down in front of the other foot. So I had to turn just a little. See that? Take a big breath. Push into the heels. Come up and open. Drop your shoulders. Okay, get ready. Come down right in the column. You do not twist at this point. Once you get down here and you get solidly pushing into your heels, That's when you tighten your tummy, you reach over here and you get that weight, you come center, and then you come up. See? Then you come back down. Okie dokie. Take a big deep breath. Okay. So here I am. I'm going to go right there. Okay. Now I've got 2 of them. Now I know what one 18-pound feels like, correct? I'm going to pick up both of them. Now, if you don't feel like picking up both of them, that's fine. But in order to get to where you can do a farmer's carry that is going to be appreciable for your strength work, you gotta move up in your carries. And as any good gardener will tell you, some of that manure is pretty heavy. You get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna do 18 on both sides. You go to 15 or go to 12 or 9, or it depends on where you're at. You get it. So here I go. So here's one and here's one. And I'm gonna come right here, okay? And I'm gonna do a farmer's carry. And yes, I tend to wobble a little because one leg of mine is longer than the other. So I'm gonna take a couple of steps. See this? See, I'm doing a couple of steps. So I want to get to where I can do anywhere from 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then back. Make sure you get your heel up. Don't do this fast. And you should be carrying a pretty appreciable weight for you. So this one has been dubbed one of the most important things, seniors. You're lucky enough to keep having your birthday. You gotta be able to be independent. And so this is one of them. Now, so I've ambulated now. Now I'm going to do a static hold. So here I'm stepping, but I'm gonna bring this knee up. I'm gonna hold it up there for a couple of seconds. So this is a little technique, see, of stepping through, ambulating, but yet loading. Pretty heavy. Take a breath, breath, breath. Here we go, tight tummy. Gonna bring this knee up. Gonna hang out here for a second. Yes, I overlean, I know I do. So I'm going to just keep ambulating and keep working at it, is the point, because I'm right there with you. Lots of people lead classes and they don't even know what it feels like to have a joint replaced. Well, I do. And arthritis and everything else, okay? We're managing the situation, right? Okay, now I'm gonna take these right here and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna put them down without dropping them. That's important, okay? So I'm right here and I'm in what's called a fold because I put my weights down, okay? Now I'm gonna try to get down a little lower. So I'm pushing through the heels and my knees are gonna go out naturally a bit. And this is my knee replace side. This is my hip replace side. And boy, when I grab these and come up, woo, you can feel all those titanium parts screaming at you in a good way. Okay, take a breath. We're gonna do this 3 times. That was 1. See this heavy weight? Don't put your weights down before you start bending. So I'm gonna turn this way so you see what I'm doing. Push into the butt. Come down, come down, come down. Don't drop them, don't drop them. Come down a little lower. Put them down. Now push your butt down a little bit further. Do not round your back. Take a big breath. Come up. Woo, rhythm. Big breath. Okay, that was 2. Kathy's counting. Okay, here we go. Push the butt back. When you start to come down, do not round your back. Drop your shoulders. Push your butt back. Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Put them down gently. Now go down just a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. Take a big deep breath. Come back up and come back up. Yeah. Okay. Now just walk normal. See right here. Bend, 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 bend. It should be a challenging weight, a doable weight. I know I'm going out off of frame. Breath. I'll go this way. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. Try your very best not to hang your head out there. Okay? Come back. Breath, 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 breath. So what you need to do in order to motivate you to do this more and more, like if I could wave a magic wand, I would have every one of you in my class pick up your whole weight load, which is 18 and 18 pounds, and be able to ambulate, not poke your chin out, for at least, I would say 30 to 100 steps, pretty much every day. Just a good carrying, loading, kind of a walk, okay? Take a big deep breath, okay? So I've gone up and back. I'm gonna put it in a little holster, okay? Now I'm gonna keel it back, and I'm gonna do 12 and 12, all right? So I'm trying to get some of these heavy ones in here. I think I'm recording, yes. Okay, are you ready? So, carries are about backs, cores, and legs, for sure. And now I'm 12 and 12, and I'm gonna start bringing in some of the arm stuff. Okay, so here's my 2 weights, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do like a step. See this? Then I'm gonna go to the shoulder. Bring it down, step, to the shoulder. So in doing your homework that I know all of you are gonna do, Kate always does her homework. I don't think Kathy does. Kathy does therapy though. She's doing big time physical therapy, which I'm so glad. Take a breath. So I'm gonna go back. See, I just go a little lighter and I bring in some arm pulls. So it's one of the simplest ways I know of to give really good functionality to your arms, your legs, your core, and being able to handle these loads, okay? Stepping forward and back. Just do it at the tail end of, let's say you've been walking around with a pretty heavy load, okay? Take a big deep breath. Then you're gonna step wide. You're gonna go into a high hip hinge, okay? You're gonna come right here, turn, and you're gonna go 1, come up, squeeze your butt right there. Come back down, boom. So don't swing, you're lifting. You are lifting, staying into the heels. Take a big breath, exhale. Big breath. Watch when you're doing your hip hinge. Some of us have a propensity to cave in with our knees. So don't do that, okay? And see, this is like a perpetual motion machine. It's not going fast. It's not going jerky. It's just going constantly. And you keep doing something. It's very doable. But you keep doing this until you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, I think I'm at tilt. Yes. And see, you are shifting from toes to heels constantly. It's this shifting that is so valuable in using your feet and your hips and your knees to balance. Okay, now come right here. come right here, come right open, right here. Okay, now stay with me. Stay with me. Come right here again and come right in. Then come open. Okay? Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. Knees are soft. Come right here. It's just right under your chin. See? All I'm doing is turning my fists. That's it. Now they're facing out. Now they're facing in. Now they're facing out. Now they're facing in. And I'm keeping constant press. See, through my shoulder girdle. Breath. Rotate. Really pull those shoulders down and back. Down and back. And then come back down. Big breath. Last move. I'm going to come right here. And I'm going to come right here. Push back. Bring them back down. Here we go. Pull. Push. Bring them down. Here we go. Make sure your back is very extended. Pull all the way back. Then push them back. Then bring them back in and put them down. Here we go. Pull. Push back. And bring them in. Now we're going to do a couple of those here in just a second. Here we go. Pull. Push. 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 Right there. Push. Push. In the heels. Push. Two more. Push. And push. And bring them back up. I'm going to step wide. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put this down. Always make sure I have my weights at 18. I'm going to shake out my hands, press. Shake out my hands, press. See how I'm going to pull my shoulders back as I press down? Yeah. Take a big breath. Step wide. Then you're going to swing and pivot and go all the way around. Then you're going to come back wide. You're going to swing and pivot and go all the way around. Just a full body rotation. See that? Just once or twice. Big breath. And then come back. And big breath. And come back. Now, if you picked up a challenging weight for this particular workout, the carry, you should be feeling little bits of tremors. That's good. And that means then that you're going to have to rest and recover. So just in general, I would be encouraging you to pick up something heavy and walk around with it. That's the gist of this, okay? Okay, we'll see you when technology improves.